Hey guys, what's up? Diana here from Memories That Stick. Welcome back to my channel. This week I am planning the first 2 days of January and the last week of December. I am using this gorgeous kit from Nicole Alexia Designs, aptly named 2022. I bought this kit for that middle full box. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 2022. And this is the first week of turning January blue, so I'm pretty excited about that. I am going to be, I believe, changing out this bottom bow washi for this Simply Gilded confetti washi, I think it's called. I always say I'm going to change out the bottom washi, but then I never actually do, so we'll see if I actually do it this time. I just wanted to bring out more black in the full boxes, just because I love black, like that black balloon there, so we'll see how that goes. I also have some deco here from Sadie's stickers that I'm going to be lining the top of the pages with. And then I have these overlays. I don't really need them because the kit already has full boxes, but I figure, hey, why not give it a go? So if you guys want to see me plan this week with this kit, please keep watching. Alright, so I am working on the audio for these videos for a little bit, so please bear with me while I figure out this-ish. But this was an awesome week, both in my planner and in real life. Had a lot go on. I know I said in my last plan with me that I was off the week of Christmas. I wasn't. I don't know what I was thinking. I was not off that week. Lord knows I wanted to be off that week, but I certainly wasn't. I was definitely working. Well, you know, working was a loose definition, but I was there. So, and by there I mean at the computer in my house. Anyway, so I was not working last week. I actually did not work this week. This was the week I was on vacation. This is the week almost everyone was on vacation. So it was actually pretty cool. My boyfriend was on vacation. My best friend was on vacation. So it was just a fun week, and I think it reflected in my planner. I don't usually use Nicole Alexia design kits, and it's nothing against Nicole Alexia designs. It's just that, I don't know, I don't usually shop with her, but I'm really glad I did for this kit because it turned out beautiful. I loved the blues and the purples in this kit. I think they were just something so different, and I love the deco, definitely, because when I do this little December situation, I've been having so much fun decorating these monthly corners. I don't know. I don't know what about it makes me enjoy it so much. I guess because it's like a very free to interpretation type of situation. Like everyone does something a little bit different. For this week, I used a lot of the deco in the kit, and I used a bowstrung box from The Giving Girl, and I also used a little sparkle, if you will, from Sadie stickers. Excuse me, I loved putting those up over the date covers this week. I think they looked really, really pretty. And it was like a party theme type of spread, so it all worked out. And then, of course, I used a script from Paper Trail Plans. That is the only shop I use monthly scripts from, just because I like it all to be in the same font, and it just always fits so perfectly. And now you see I'm putting down these sparkly, sparkly strings. I'm putting those down around, and then like the little extra glitter pieces. I just want to, as a side note, paint a picture for you guys really quick about what I look like. I'm currently sitting on my living room couch wearing fuzzy socks, leopard print, if you must know, with fuzzy sweatpants, like the whole, okay, totally fuzzy, and then a Bugs Bunny sweatshirt, okay, the same color as my sweatpants. So I have a whole gray outfit. Wait, it gets worse. The whole gray outfit, right? And then I'm leaning against a heating pad because last night in my sleep I managed to not, like underneath my shoulder blade, I managed to knot the heck out of it. And typically when this happens, I use the door jamb, and I look like that guy, the bear from the Jungle Book that rubs his back on everything that he can get his claws into. So I typically look like that as I like shimmy against the door jamb. But this time it was just so deep under my shoulder blade I couldn't get it. Right now on screen, by the way, if we get back to the plan with me, I'm just changing up the headers because, of course, I realized that with every date cover, I had the matching header color, and we just know that wasn't going to work. So I just rearranged those super quick. I ended up keeping the gray bow washi, and then I changed out that striped washi for this Simply Gilded, what do you call it? I don't know. You guys definitely could hear Gus. Wait, hold on. I'll make a little cameo. Speak, Gus. Maybe he'll make me famous. We'll see. So that bottom washi, the black one, is, I believe, Stardust. And it actually, now that I'm looking at it, has gold and silver specks in it. And it looks really pretty, I think. You know, it didn't tie in the black as much as I wanted it to, I don't think, because the black accents in the kit are really very minimal. And this bottom washi is just so solid. But I liked how it turned out. So it's going to stay there, which I'm impressed with, because I never usually keep the Simply Gilded washi that I put at the bottom. I end up always reverting back to what was in the kit. But I like it. I think it looks good. And then just now, I don't know if you saw it. If you blinked, you probably would have missed it. But I pulled out my old planner and I looked at a spread that I did in October of last year. It was actually my Nashville spread. And I put in the same string deco that I'm putting in now. I used that on the spread in last October. And I really liked the way it came out, how I did it or laid everything down. So I pulled it back out for inspiration. I like how I did it this time. I think I really stuck more with doing it right across the top than stringing it to the date covers, as opposed to what I did last year or in October. Feels weird to say last year. It was only a few months ago. But all right, it is time for me to be completely transparent with you guys. I filmed a talk-through version of me laying down my full boxes in real time. And I'm sitting here watching it, and I want to take my eye out with a spoon. It is so slow and so boring. I truly don't know how I live with myself when I do these spreads, because it was just horrendous to watch. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, nobody's going to watch this. Nobody is going to listen to this, and nobody's going to watch it. So I'm just going to try to voice over what I was doing in this kit, or what I was doing when I was talking through this section. So right now I was just trying to figure out, okay, the colors of the background of each of the full boxes versus the pattern that I wanted to do and how I wanted to lay my boxes down, etc. So I knew I wanted that Cheers 2020 full box on New Year's Eve. And then I knew I only had one blue box to work with. So I laid that down on Thursday because that's the middle of the week, and I figured that would break up everything else. I started with this purple, like the solid purple full box here. I later move it. But right now I was working with the pattern of like solid confetti background, solid confetti background. So that was my thought process here. So now I'm just trying to figure out the solid confetti situation again. I laid down this confetti New Year's Eve box, or New Year's box, and then I put the balloons there because I felt like I needed to pull some black into that area, because the entire sidebar, there was no black except for what I just showed you at the bottom. There was 9 full boxes in this kit, by the way, and I cut one of them at the bottom, which you saw me guys do earlier. Now I'm rearranging it all because I didn't like how it looked. If you saw on the left-hand side, it looks like the color of the full boxes are all very similar to me. So what I did was I pulled up that box with the darker pink, and I'm just trying to figure out where I could put that to break up that left side a little bit, and I chose to replace the darker pink solid full box with the gray solid full box, and I just switched them. I was struggling with putting the gray full box next to the confetti gray. Oh, guys, it's so crazy what we do. But I ended up just laying it down and getting over it, and I really liked how it turned out. So that is what I explained in like slow-mo in real time. All right, now we're on to the day by day. On Monday, I started with a By Thaowie icon to mark Coffee Monday. Then I put down a quarter box to note that I was watching Hannah Poston's videos. If you guys don't know who she is typically in the beauty community, but she did a no by year. She documented the whole thing. I think her videos are really great. So if you're looking to do a no by year or a low by year, I definitely would check her out. Then, ironically, after watching all those videos, I got inspired to place a massive fiction book order. And I used a Crafts by Thaowie icon to mark that. On the second half of the day, I used a White Deer stationery doodle icon to mark that I ran a grocery errand run. I ran a grocery errand run? I don't know. I did a grocery run is what I meant to say. And while I was out, I picked up sushi from Tao, which is right next to the grocery store. Then I used a flag from the kit to mark that I did my 2022 goals. Then I used an icon from Honey Ink to mark that I went down a very deep rabbit hole of Reddit. I don't know if anyone uses Reddit in this community, but I didn't typically use it. And then I found the book Reddit. Like, I don't know what hashtag or whatever you would look, but I found this whole community of people who love like fantasy, young adult, all the kind of books I'm into. So that's how I spent my Monday night. On Tuesday, I marked that I had a few meetings, and then I had to mark that I sent out this massive email. Yes, I was working on Tuesday on my week off. Do not recommend. Then on the second half of the week, I used a third box to mark that I redid my bedroom, meaning like I reorganized everything, like I moved around all the furniture. If you're planning on doing that, I highly suggest furniture sliders. I got them off Amazon. They were like $10 and they were a lifesaver. And then after that, I picked up some pizza because if you do any home project, you need to have pizza after. It's like a rule of thumb. I don't know. I didn't make it up. So I used a White Deer stationery doodle icon to mark that. After that, I went to my friend Matt's house. I used a piece of washi from the kit and an icon from Paper Muse Crafts to mark that. And then I got new lights. So Matt, long story, but he ended up giving me these light bulbs. And they're called Philips Hue light bulbs. And they're not just white light bulbs, they're colored. And then if you put them in more than one lamp or light, whatever, you can make scenes, colored scenes. So I use this scene a lot called Ibiza, and it's like this orangey red sort of scene, and you control everything from your phone. I don't know. It's really cool. So anyway, that's what happens when you're 30. You get excited about light bulbs. Then on a Wednesday, I started up top using a quarter box from the kit to mark that I was on the phone with my friend Terlina, and an icon from Crafts by Thaowie. And then I moved down to the bottom half of Wednesday to mark with a half box that me and John had HelloFresh ravioli recipe. Very good. Then I used an doodle sticker from White Deer Stationery and a gemstone sort of deco piece from the Giving Girl to mark that we did a little red wine tasting. I'm not a red wine drinker usually. I usually just drink white, and I feel like sophisticated people drink red wine, so I wanted to start drinking red wine. So we tried to do like the whole swirl in the glass and take a sip, and what kind of flavor notes did you realize when you had it whooshing around your mouth? I don't know. It was funny. And then we tried cherry beer after that because, you know, we can't be too classy. On the top of Wednesday, just to go back, I used an icon or a doodle sticker from White Deer Stationery to mark that I had a bagel breakfast, and then another doodle sticker to mark that I did some sticker organization. Sean slept over that night, and we had breakfast together in the morning, so I used a piece of washi tape to mark that from the kit, and an icon from, or a doodle from Crafty Planner. Then I used the third box to mark that I had a hair appointment, and I got my roots smudged. I don't know, first time I ever did that. It looks really pretty, actually, so yeah, I was happy I made that decision. Then I used an icon from the Pretty Pink, what'd it call? I don't know, an arrow bit from the Pretty Pink Co. to mark that I went on a Michael's run. In the second half of the day, after my hair appointment, I went to right next door and picked up a bacon, egg, and cheese at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I was having a bacon, egg, and cheese, and you know what? I regret nothing. Then I got home and I watched Downton Abbey, and I used an icon from Crafts by Thaowie to mark that. Then I set up my desk area, which is now like the planner nook that I was telling you guys about in my bedroom. And by set up the desk, I mean it came from Amazon, and it's a foldable one, so really I just popped the legs out. Then I went on a Velcro binge. I don't know if you guys have ever used Velcro for anything. in your home, but once you start Velcroing something, you Velcro everything. I ended up with like remotes like Velcro to the walls. It was wild, and I loved every second of it. On the top of Friday, which was New Year's Eve, I used a quarter box to mark that I did an end of the year review, along with a little doodle sticker from Rose and Tea Shop. Then I built a lamp shelf. I used an icon from Paper Muse Crafts to mark that. Then I just used a little flag checklist to mark that I did dishes and I vacuumed. When Sean got here that night, we made chocolate and peanut butter shot glasses. Yeah, just as good as they sound. It was amazing. I bought a mold after going to a wedding where they had chocolate shot glasses, and I was like, I need these in my life more frequently. Then we went to dinner at Butera's, so I marked that using a half box from the kit. And then this night, after the ball dropped, Sean asked me to be his girlfriend, and it was the cutest thing ever. So I just used a washi piece from the kit, and then I used some more of the Sadie stickers, sparkle lines, ropes, I don't know, those. On the top of Saturday, I used another gemstone deco piece from the Giving Girl. I used deco from the kit, and then I used a script from Paper Muse Crafts to mark Happy New Year, and then I used a few more of those sparkle pieces from Sadie stickers. Then I used a piece of washi from the kit to mark that we had pizza for breakfast, and honestly, that is a whole vibe. And then we took a nap, so obviously we were thriving on the first few days or the first few hours of 2022. We woke up from our nap and we played Mancala. I don't know if anyone's ever played Mancala, but it basically is like a marble game, and you have a piece of wood, and then each player has a cup like drilled into the wood, and I don't know, you just have to get the most marbles in your cup. It sounds boring, but it's actually pretty fun. But anyway, we played 2 rounds of that, and it was a tie. Then I used a doodle sticker from Planning Like a Pro to mark that I read. Then I used a quarter box from the kit to mark that I started the temperature blanket. I post a lot of my temperature blanket on my Instagram stories. I don't know if anyone really cares, but I care, so that's where it is. So if you're looking to see more of that, please check out my Instagram, Memories That Stick. Shameless plug. On the top of Sunday, I was just like Bob the Builder this week. I don't know. I built another piece of furniture. It was like an under the desk drawer set, and I used an icon from Paper Muse Crafts to mark that. Then I used a flag from the kit to mark that I painted my nails. Then I filmed my Christmas plan with me, and I used an icon from Sadie stickers. I used a quarter box to mark that I edited a voiceover with a icon from Harriet Wright Designs, and then I used a yoga mat from Rose and Tea Shop to mark that I did my Yoga with Adriene challenge the first day, which I've already fallen off, so, you know. And what I'm doing here is on the beginning of the first half of the week, I always limit the amount of boxes that I use because I'm always afraid I'm going to run out. So here I am just going back and adding boxes in where I feel like it, because I was at the end of the week and I had a lot of boxes left. So I'm just adding a firework box, because actually there was an argument in this meeting and it was like fireworks were going off. So anyway, that's why I use that. That phone, by the way, is from Planning World. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. So then back to Sunday, I used a bow from the kit to mark that I uploaded the plan with me, did the YouTube description and all of that. I had run out of quarter boxes by this point, so I cut down a third box, and even though there was a nice line on this box for me to cut straight, I still didn't make it happen. So now I'm using my scissors to clean that line up. And then with that box, I just marked that me and John had a discussion about something, and I have no time to get into it. So that is the end of this plan with me. Here is the Viv wiggle for this spread. God, I miss her. But I love the way this kit turned out. The blues, the purples, the foil, everything was just so pretty. And I'm glad this is the way my new planner started. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye!